Every day your dog is talking to you, just not with words. They walk over, settle beside you, and gently place one paw on your leg. You pet them, smile, and go back to whatever you were doing. But have you ever stopped to wonder what is really happening in that moment? Behind that seemingly simple gesture lies an entire language, one shaped by thousands of years of evolution, written in instinct, in emotion, and in the kind of absolute trust that your dog reserves for one person alone. For you. 1. It is the closest thing to holding your hand. Here is the first thing most owners never truly stop to consider. Your dog does not have hands, they have paws. And in the world of dogs, paws are not instruments of tenderness. They are tools, built for running, for digging, for balance, for play. They were never designed for softness. So when your dog walks over to you in a quiet moment, no food nearby, no excitement in the air, no command given, and deliberately places their paw against your body, something remarkable is happening. They are taking a part of themselves that was never meant for affection and using it to express exactly that. Think about what that means. Your dog could simply lie beside you. They could rest near you without any contact at all. But they chose, in that ordinary moment, to reach out and touch you. That is not instinct firing randomly. That is a choice. And dogs do not make that choice with just anyone. In canine behavior, deliberate unprompted physical contact is one of the clearest signals of deep social bonding that exists. The beings a dog reaches out to touch without reason are the beings their nervous system has quietly filed away as safe, as theirs, as home. So the next time that paw lands on your knee, understand what is actually being said. You are not being nudged. You are not being used as a resting spot. You are being held, in the only way your dog knows how. 2. The quiet way of asking for attention. Some dogs bark for attention. Some dogs whine, jump up, scratch at the door, or stare with those eyes that make you stop whatever you are doing. But then there is a different kind of dog, the kind that learned somewhere along the way that the quiet ask works better than the loud one. When your dog places their paw on your leg, that is often exactly that quiet ask. They are saying, "I am here. I would like to be noticed, but I am not going to make a scene about it." And the reason this matters is because it tells you something about the relationship you have built together. Dogs who use the paw gesture for attention are almost always dogs whose owners respond well to it. They have learned over time that this gentle signal produces a result, so they keep using it. A dog who has to bark or jump for attention is a dog whose softer signals have been ignored for too long. A dog who reaches out with one paw is a dog who trusts that you will see it. That distinction is worth sitting with. Because the dog placing their paw on you right now is showing you something important about the kind of person you have been to them. Quiet enough to notice, present enough to respond, patient enough to let them ask in their own way. That is not a small compliment. 3. A form of regulation for both of you. This is where the science gets truly remarkable. Research conducted at Linköping University in Sweden found that physical contact between bonded dogs and their owners produces measurable physiological changes in both species at the same time. Cortisol drops, heart rate slows, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, rises in both the human and the dog. But here is the part most people never hear. The effect is strongest when the contact is initiated by the dog rather than the owner. In other words, when your dog reaches out and places their paw on you, their body is not just expressing closeness, it is actively regulating itself through you, and yours is doing the same through them. Night after night, evening after evening, sitting together on the sofa with their paw resting on your hand. You are both engaged in a quiet biological exchange that neither of you fully understands, but both of you depend on. Your dog is not just touching you because they like the feeling. They are touching you because their nervous system has learned that contact with you produces calm. Real, measurable, physical calm. Their breathing slows. Their muscles soften. The stress chemistry in their body begins to settle. In those moments, you are not just their companion. You are their off switch. 4. How they check on you when something feels different. Watch carefully the next time your dog places their paw on you. Are you sitting differently than usual? Did you just let out a long sigh without realizing it? Have you been quieter than normal? Has something shifted in the way you are holding your body? Because there is a specific kind of paw placement that dogs reserve for moments when they have detected something in you that you may not have fully registered in yourself yet. Dogs are extraordinary readers of human emotional state. They read your scent. They read your posture. They read the rhythm of your breathing. They read the micro-expressions moving across your face that you cannot control and would never notice in yourself. When something shifts inside you, sadness creeping in, anxiety building quietly, the early physical signs of something you have not yet named. Your dog often knows before you do. And one of the ways they respond is by walking over and placing their paw on you. Not randomly, not out of habit, but deliberately, quietly, as if to say, I noticed. I am here. I am not going anywhere. Owners describe this experience again and again. They are sitting in a difficult moment, trying to hold themselves together, saying nothing, showing nothing. And then their dog walks over and rests one paw on their leg. That is not coincidence. That is your dog doing exactly what their biology built them to do. Staying tuned to the emotional frequency of the person they love most, and showing up precisely when showing up is what is needed. 5. How they remind you that you belong to them. This is the part that most people find unexpectedly emotional. Your dog is not a creature that uses words. They cannot say, I love you. They cannot say, I missed you today. They cannot say, I have been waiting by the door for the past hour just to hear your key turn in the lock. They cannot say that out of everything in my world, you are the thing I am most certain about. But they can place their paw on you. In canine social structure, physical contact between bonded individuals is one of the primary ways relationships are maintained and confirmed. Wild canids do it constantly. They lean into each other. They press their bodies together. They rest their heads on one another. They use physical presence to communicate what sound and expression cannot fully carry. Your dog has brought that same wiring forward into your living room, your couch, your quiet evenings together. When they walk over to you in the middle of an ordinary moment and place their paw on your leg, they are doing what their ancestors did for thousands of years with the members of their pack. They are confirming the bond. They are saying, you are mine and I am yours. We are still connected. I am still part of you. And the reason it lands so deeply when you finally understand it is because we live in a world where humans rarely say these things to each other either. But your dog is saying it every single day, in the only language they have ever known. Every single touch is a declaration. You just never had the words for it until now. 6. How they apologize and how they ask if everything is all right. Here is something most owners never quite put together. Has your dog ever placed their paw on you after something happened? After you raised your voice? After they did something they sensed you did not like? After a moment of tension moved through the house? After you came home from a difficult day and were simply not yourself? That paw is rarely about the specific thing that happened. It is about the disconnection they felt. Dogs do not understand right and wrong the way humans do. What they understand is the emotional temperature between you. When that temperature shifts, when something feels off, when your usual warmth disappears, when a quiet distance enters the room, your dog feels it before they can understand why. And the paw is one of the ways they reach across that distance. It is not a confession. It is not guilt in the way humans experience guilt. It is something quieter and more instinctive than that. It is your dog sensing that something between you has changed and asking in the only way available to them, "Are we still all right?" Most owners respond without thinking. They reach down. They place their hand over that paw. They speak softly. They reset. And in that small exchange, something repairs itself that neither of you ever gave a name to. That is your dog using the simplest tool they have to keep the relationship intact. Not asking to be forgiven for a specific mistake. Just asking to be reassured that whatever happened, you are still theirs. And they are still yours. Lesson: the language you never knew you were receiving. Every single day, without fail, your dog has been speaking to you. Not through sound, not through words, but through one small, deliberate, tender gesture that you have probably received hundreds of times without ever fully understanding what was being said. The paw on your knee in the evening is not a coincidence. The paw on your hand when you are sad is not random. The paw on your leg after a moment of tension is not habit. Each one of those touches carries something real, something rooted in biology, in instinct, in a bond that your dog chose and continues to choose every single day. They are offering you closeness. They are asking for your attention in the gentlest way they know. They are regulating their own nervous system through the safety of your presence. They are checking on you when something feels different. They are confirming that you belong to them and they belong to you. They are reaching across the quiet distances that appear in any relationship and asking, "Are we still all right?" All of it. Through one paw. Your dog cannot say, "I love you." They never could. But every time that paw lands on you, understand what is actually happening. They are not asking for something. They are giving you something. The only declaration of love they have ever known how to make. And they have been making it every single day, hoping that one day you would finally understand. Vous avez dit, Dich sang Tieng Viet.